So Todzilla, if Deion was white, he would have been fired. Welcome to black privilege. Just give me a second, guys. I have to unpack this. I have to unload on this. Just give me a second.
Bandwagon Buffs, man. Hell of a game. 2 went for 500. BWB.
Bandwagon Buffs.
That's right. Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon Buffs. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. It's your man's Harry Billion. Family, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. Family, I gotta go ahead and get into this video real quick, so that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. You see the title of the video. There is some buffoonery going on, and I feel like I'm qualified to speak on this matter because I cover this team very closely. I have been to Boulder, and I have interviewed the true fans of this team. So let's go ahead and head over to Comedy Hype News, play this video, and please remember to come back for my perspective. Let's go.
What I just said in the locker room to the team is they got to make up in their mind, are they in love with this game or are they in like with it? Because when you love something, you give to it unconditionally. You give everything you got to it, but when you like it, that's just the button you push.
Of course, this loss now makes the Buffaloes 4-3, and fans online are now using the latest update as a reason to call for the firing of Deion Sanders. One Twitter user would write, "As a lifelong Colorado fan, I am absolutely devastated right now. We do not deserve this. What were our coaches doing down the stretch? Is it time to fire Deion Sanders? Should Travis Hunter still play both ways after being exposed tonight? Stanford dominated us on both sides of the ball all game." Another user would say, "How many more Colorado games will it take to realize that Deion Sanders is a horrible coach? The hype was created by the media. A great coach is a great communicator, respectful, positive, but humble and is focused on his players. Sanders is focused entirely on himself and his boys." More college football fans would chime in and say Colorado fans want to fire Deion now. If Deion was white, he would have been fired. Welcome to black privilege.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? If you're new around here, around TLP Sports Club, I read between the lines, guys. I decode messages. And for those of you who are not aware of Comedy Hype News, this is not parody news. This is not one of those, like you will read something like Onion News or Butt Crack News and they just parody, they're just poking fun at things. It's not real. I don't want nobody to get the false impression that this is some type of parody news. This is not that. This is a real company that covers real issues. For the most part, they cover comedy, but they cover a lot of other issues that are in the black community and outside of the black community. They have over 800,000 subscribers. Their voice pretty much matters in the culture. So that's why this is important to cover. Just in case anybody wants to flex in the comments while you're talking about comedy news, this is not a joke, blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to put that out there just in case. Now let's continue. Okay, first of all, I want to ask the question, who started that hashtag Fire Deion? Who started that hashtag? Point him out. Somebody please go and check out paying either $5 or $8 a month at the buzzer as a lifelong Colorado fan. Let me know if this guy's a real Colorado fan. Is this joker a real Colorado fan? Let's check that out, okay? We got to check everybody. I want y'all to also check Don Bonnell at Juan Pinello. Did he start this hashtag Fire Deion? What's going on, Juan? I'm going to get into it. Todzilla. If Deion was white, he would have been fired. Welcome to black privilege. Y'all know how they say Cardi B and 6ix9ine are industry plants? I have receipts on this channel. I have hit the streets of Boulder. I live in New York. I flew to Colorado, Denver International Airport. I didn't record it, but I spoke to people at the airport, at the car rental place, everywhere I went. I even spoke to people that were on the shuttle bus that took us to the car rental place. I'm not shy. I speak to everyone. Anyone that would say hello or even look in my way, I would say hi and I would speak to them about the Colorado Buffs. Hey, do you know Deion Sanders? Do you know Coach Prime? Do you understand what's going on? Do you know what he's doing right now in Colorado? That's how the conversation was kind of start off. Everyone that I spoke with, that I have interviewed, are elated that Coach Prime is in Boulder. Every single one of them are elated, are so happy that Coach Prime is in Boulder. And let me say this before I forget. He has met all expectations and has exceeded every single expectation. I'm going to repeat this English word one more time because I think some of y'all missed it. Exceeded. And let me try my best to define what exceeded means. Actually, no, let's look up the word exceeded. Having a mindset that exceeds expectation means that every task or situation is viewed as opportunity to go above and beyond what is expected by your coworkers, boss, clients, and all other stakeholders. To exceed expectations in the workplace, you need to know the base expectations. What were the expectations? Win. What was the expectation? Win. The team is currently 4-3. I'm going to remind you of this. Last year, 1-11, won only one game, lost 11. Right now, they have a winning record. They are 4-3. What was the expectation? Win. They're winning. Have already exceeded the expectations, gone above and beyond, has made the team relevant again. So Todd Zilla, if Deion was white, he would have been fired. Welcome to black privilege. Just give me a second, guys. I have to unpack this. I have to unload on this. Just give me a second. Who fires a coach that takes over a team that nobody was talking about, no recruits would go to, in a city that no football player wanted to even visit? They will not even return a phone call. Who fires that coach that comes in, makes them relevant again? All of the TV networks are carrying the games. All of the games are sold out season tickets. Daytime talk shows coming over, 60 minutes. Every single media outlet wants a piece of the Colorado Buffaloes. And at the bye week, they sit at 4 games. Todd Zilla, what white coach you know that has Nick Saban? Name any white coach. Name a white coach, Todd. Please, Todd, if you are watching this video, Todd, at Todd_Hewitt, I'm going to tag you in this video and I want you to watch this video. Hopefully you get to this point in the video and I want you to hear my voice. What white coach you know carries the same bravado, has the same stature, that can move the amount of numbers that Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, Neon Deion from back in the day? What white coach or black coach or anyone on this God's given green earth you know can put up the numbers that Deion Sanders has put up from a team that was 1-11 last year and could not get any recruits to look their way? Has the number 1 cornerback in the nation, has the number 1 as far as passing yards quarterback in the nation. How many white coaches you know can do what he did in such a small and short amount of time? And who in their right mind will fire that white coach if they had what Coach Prime Deion Sanders has and has done? What are you talking about, Todd? What in the world are you talking? If Deion was white, he would have been fired. Okay, you know what? I'm going to lay off on Todd a little bit and I'm going to say this. These are plants, guys. I want y'all to remember the narrative that's going on in the media. I want y'all to keep in mind that the NCAA, their coaches, all the other schools, they know what's coming. They know that Deion Sanders, his personality is out of this world. A lot of students want to play for Deion and they're seeing what he's lacking. And for some reason, they're going to come and call him. And it's almost like the playing fields are not going to be fair. So they're creating every roadblock that they can create to make sure that they slow him down because they can't stop him. You can't stop this train. All you can do is slow it down. That's all they're doing. It would have been natty this year if they didn't slow it down with the recruiting. But these are plants. Remember the anonymous coaches? Every other week we're hearing about another anonymous coach talking about Deion Sanders and his team. When Deion Sanders, aka Coach Prime, doesn't say anything about anybody's team, he just goes out and play his game. The NCAA and all of their minions, these are plants. All of these people are being planted as Colorado fans. 8ball_SG. Nah, I can't defend y'all no more. I'm cool on y'all. 100. What were you defending, 8ball? I have a question for 8ball and a lot of other people though. What was your expectation? What exactly is your expectation for this team? Do they have any room for growth? Do you give them any grace at all? Do you give them any room to grow? Anything? Like, just tell me, do they have any room to make mistakes? Because you do know that you learn a lot more from mistakes than you do when you are actually winning, right? So a lot of y'all, if they lost 3 games and you're saying, oh, nah, I'm tired of defending y'all. You've been defending them for 3 games. You defended them for 3 losses. 2 of those losses came from ranked teams. The 3rd loss comes from a team that we were up by and we should have beat. So what were you defending? What exactly were you defending? You were defending the fact that they lost to Oregon and they lost to USC. They were supposed to lose those games. And those were ranked teams. Those are way better teams. We exposed USC, who also got exposed by, I believe, Notre Dame? Caleb Williams threw like 3 interceptions back to back almost. I want to know what you're defending. I'm trying to figure this out because a lot of us need to recalibrate our expectations when it comes to this team. I know that a lot of y'all are taking what Coach Prime's saying, his swagger, his bravado, all of those things that comes with Coach Prime. A lot of y'all are taking it and thinking that he should go undefeated. He wants to, but you need the personnel to do it. He's no longer playing. He's 8 toes down, as he will remind you. He's only 8 toes down and he's not playing the game no more. You're not playing Coach Prime. You're playing the young men of Colorado. What are you defending? A lot of ranked teams have lost in crazy fashion. Anyway, moving on from this guy. I want to come back to the buzzer because I don't believe at the buzzer one is a true Colorado fan. I don't even think this person can pick out Boulder, Colorado on a map, let alone have been a Colorado fan for life. I don't believe this person even knows that Denver has a basketball team that won the national title last year. I don't even think this person knows anything about football. These are plants. These are plants. These people are being planted by the NCAA and all of their anonymous coaches. Okay, guys, so let me just go ahead and put a disclaimer on this because I know that I keep saying, oh, the NCAA is doing this and doing that. This is a disclaimer. This is all in good fun. I'm going to say they're probably doing this. It's a hunch. I don't have no true evidence because I don't want to get sued by the NCAA saying that I'm defaming their name somewhere down the line. I just want to say this is all in good fun. This is a hunch because there's a lot of skittish things that have come out of the NCAA from other schools. Like there are anonymous coaches, the NCAA mid-season changing the rules overnight for some odd reason. Remember the Tess Walker situation from UNC where he got a waiver all of a sudden that came out of nowhere. Oh, there was some paper that he was supposed to submit. Why didn't he just submit that paper when you got Tyler Brown for Deion Sanders, Colorado, and he can't get a waiver? He has mental illness situation when he transferred to make sure that his mind was right, and all of these things are happening, but for some odd reason, Tess Walker can get his waiver, Tyler Brown can't get his waiver. Anyway, that's a lot of skittish things that the NCAA does that we just get these weird feelings that something is alright, okay? NCAA, don't bring no lawsuit. This is probably language. This is alleged language, okay? That's all that is. Let's continue. Anytime that you have a riot or you have people who are just tired of whatever's going on in society, they go out there and they try to get their voices known by force or by all means necessary. You're always going to have plants. You're going to be infiltrated by cops, by other groups, by news agents, by people who have interest in understanding what you're doing. They're going to pretend like they're one of you. They're going to dress up like you. They're going to look like you. They're going to hold picket signs just like you, and they're going to pretend like they are your friends. I think at the buzzer is one of those plants. He's an anonymous coach. At the buzzer is an anonymous fan. This person is not real because if you at the buzzer were real, if you have been a lifelong Buff fan, you will hold the same sentiment that the other fans, the fans that I have actually interviewed on Pearl Street and other streets in Boulder, you will understand how they feel right now. You will know that it's tough to go undefeated when you don't have everything together. At the buzzer, I want to ask, how much money have you given to the NIL initiatives to bring in offensive linemen and defensive linemen? How many calls have you made since you're a lifelong Buff fan to see if you can move some of the needle? Cheetos for us? How much have you done? As a lifelong Buff fan who feel like you need to go out there with your blue $8 check and call for Deion Sanders' job. You feel emboldened to call for Deion Sanders' job, who has already exceeded all expectations, is owed millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars, has brought more money to the city than any previous coaches have done combined. Sold out stadiums, sold out season tickets, have brought more celebrities to the sidelines than any other coach has done. Boulder is colder because of Coach Prime and his team. Bruh, you can't be a real fan. And if you are, then shame on you. Shame on you for being a real fan and having your head so far up your bleep that you don't understand what is going on. How much have you been following this team and everything that Coach Prime has done for you to have the audacity to even mention the word fire with the name of Deion Sanders, the person who has done everything that he has done for that program? The reason why I don't believe that these people are real is because the real fans know what's up. The real fans are humble and they're patient. The real fans go to losing games. I know the real fans because I have spoken with the real fans. I mean, even in my intro video, I have real fans in this intro video right here. These are real fans, and they are crazy happy for what Coach Prime is doing in Boulder.
BWB, bandwagon buffs,
That's right. I know the real fans. You can be frustrated, but no real Colorado fan would be calling for Deion Sanders' firing at this point in the season. We do not deserve this. We don't deserve this. Bro, what you don't deserve is a 1-11 season. What you don't deserve is nobody's picking up your phone calls when you try to call top recruits, 4- and 5-star defensive linemen and offensive linemen. That's what you don't deserve. I'm not going to prolong this video. I can go on. I can go on, and I promise you, I can spend all day on this thing, but I'm not. I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that these are plants. Please understand that I'm the decoder. I am the guy that can decode all of these messages, what's going on in the media, what's happening, why certain things move the way that they move. I want y'all to understand and read between the lines. Every other school that's going to be recruiting, they are trying their best to slow down this train. I want the true fans to understand that. Don't read into this stuff. This is whack. This is stupid. If you are one of those fans and you come across this type of stuff, I want you to let your voice be known. Let people know that you are a true fan and this is not how the true fans feel about Deion Sanders, about Coach Prime. I want you to quiet the noise. I'm only addressing this because they have a big platform and their voices are loud. I want to make sure that fans don't get discouraged. I want to get ahead of this type of thing because this is how it starts. I've made a concerted effort to inform my base to look for this type of stuff. This is how the noise starts. It starts with a little bit of whisper. It starts with chatter. It starts with the hashtags and people saying stuff. That's why Coach Prime made that statement. He says, the fan only blows when you're hot. So remember that phrase. The fan only blows when you're hot. These type of fans, these type of minute by minute fans, these type of 1 day at a time fans, a play at a time fans, somebody's good, one play, they made a good read, somebody makes a mistake, then they suck, they're trash. Those type of fans, you got to be very careful of those fans because they can poison a base. They can discourage a lot of casual fans. So I'm trying to get ahead of some of this stuff because I understand that this is how it works in the media. You just plant some seeds and then that seed starts to grow. All they're doing is just planting seeds, and they're planting these at the buzzers and the Juans and all these other people out here that are not really true fans of this team. They're going to come out and they're going to say stuff like, I've been a fan all my life and oh my goodness, we don't deserve this stuff. They sound like they're real fans, but they're not. So please be careful who you listen to. Okay, family, that is all the information that I have for this video. I hope you got a little something out of it. And if you did, please make sure to smash that subscribe button to help this channel grow. That's all I do here. I'm going to have to leave it right there. You know who I am. I'm Harry B. And that right there was the Liberian Perspective. That's TLP Sports Club.